Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak's steamy affair caused divorce from Kroy Biermann. Did Kim Zolciak's steamy affair cause her divorce from her husband of over a decade, Kroy Biermann? The two appeared to be very happy for around a decade until their money problems came to the forefront. Yet was it all money related, or is there more to it? Keep reading for more details. When Kim Zolciak met Kroy Biermann on Railway, it was love at first sight when she saw him dance. She was entranced by his amazing bum, and they quickly fell in love. Soon enough, they were starting a family and tied the knot in a lavish wedding. He adopted her two eldest daughters, and they welcomed 4 children of their own, even landing their own Bravo spinoff. Unfortunately, in 2022, their Georgia mansion was up for foreclosure, which they luckily dodged. By 2023, it happened again. They filed for divorce but were able to keep the home. Unfortunately, Kim was owed over $1 million to the IRS and had blown hundreds of thousands of dollars on lavish items. Things were not good, but they reconciled only to file again. She did go off and do surreal life. Villa of Secrets, where it appeared that she and Chet Hanks had a fling. They can be seen going off into a bedroom together, and he openly called her a MILF. A Reddit thread was started as followers believed that this fling was the straw that broke the camel's back. This gives me the yick so bad. Someone commented and said, "Is this what Kroy was saying the whole world will know soon?" So did other followers agree with this assessment? Steamy hookup? Kim is working overtime, yeah? I remember thinking Kim should have been on her knees, thanking God she found a man like Kroy, and here we are. I'm actually shocked. Fans are sad in their own way to see the demise of Kroy Biermann and Kim Zolciak, especially over Chet Hanks. They really had hope for them. However, so much has happened since they filed that it may be too late. He had accused her of having a gambling problem, and the police have been called a plethora of times. Chet may have played a part in showing that this marriage really was unsalvageable, but it likely was not the endgame. Kim Zolciak's world, once the epitome of luxury and reality TV fame, came crashing down in the most unexpected way. Behind the glitz and glam of her high-profile marriage to former NFL star Kroy Biermann, a betrayal simmered, leading to the unraveling of their union. The affair was the catalyst, igniting a storm that no one saw coming. It all began in the most inconspicuous of ways, tucked away in the shadow of Kim's burgeoning business empire and her high-maintenance lifestyle. Kim had always been known for her larger-than-life persona, unapologetic confidence, and a seemingly perfect family. The couple had built an enviable life, with Kroy playing the role of doting father to Kim's 6 children, his own 4 biological children, and her 2 from previous relationships. But over the years, cracks began to form in their seemingly perfect marriage. Kim, at the height of her career as a reality TV star on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and her spin-off Don't Be Tardy, found herself surrounded by endless demands. Despite her success, there was a sense of restlessness. While Kroy was a devoted father and husband, he was also adjusting to life after the NFL, struggling to find his new identity. It's not uncommon for couples to face strain after such a transition, but for Kim, the pressures were mounting in ways she hadn't anticipated. As Kroy's focus shifted away from football and into life as a stay-at-home dad, Kim's attention drifted elsewhere. It was a time of reinvention for her. She was a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, and a mother of 6. Yet, amid this whirlwind of ambition, a new and unexpected presence began to enter her life, a man who seemed to understand the restlessness in her. It wasn't a grand romance at first. In fact, it started innocently enough. A chance meeting at a charity event, a business gathering, and before long, Kim found herself engaging in deep conversations with this man. He wasn't like Kroy. He was charming, attentive, and deeply understanding of the pressures she faced in her career and personal life. Kim was drawn to his charisma and the way he made her feel seen and appreciated. What began as harmless flirting soon escalated into late-night texts, secret meetings, and stolen moments that ignited a passion Kim had long since neglected. Her marriage to Kroy had been solid, or so it seemed to the public. They had weathered scandals, financial struggles, and the public eye together. But this affair, though physically brief, was emotionally overwhelming. Kim, ever the open book on television, had kept this part of her life hidden, carefully shielding it from the public and even her closest family members. But secrets, especially those born from infidelity, have a way of coming to light. Kroy had always been the protective and supportive type, but even he couldn't help but notice the change in Kim. She was more distant, distracted, and less invested in their relationship. It wasn't just that she was focusing more on her career. It was the underlying tension that was hard to ignore. There were nights when Kroy would come home to a cold, quiet house, the only sound being the soft glow of Kim's phone as she conversed with someone behind closed doors. He grew suspicious, the pieces of the puzzle slowly falling into place. The revelation hit Kroy like a ton of bricks. Kim's affair was not just a betrayal. It was a public humiliation. Kroy, a man who had spent years in the public eye, protecting his family's privacy, was now forced to confront his wife's indiscretions in the worst way possible. It started with a few quiet, late-night arguments. Then came the cold silences during family gatherings. Kim, once the queen of the reality TV scene, found herself unable to put on the same facade of happiness that had once captivated viewers. The cracks became visible even to their children, who began to ask questions. Despite their attempts at reconciliation, it was clear that the damage had been done. Kroy, while heartbroken and devastated, was unwilling to live in a marriage built on deceit. Kim, torn between guilt and her own desires, knew that she couldn't erase what had happened, nor could she continue to pretend everything was fine. As the divorce papers were filed, the couple's separation became a media frenzy. Kim, ever the strategist, took to social media and reality TV to express her side of the story. She claimed that her marriage to Kroy had been in trouble for years, and that the affair had been a wake-up call for her. She spoke about the pressures of being in the public eye and the emotional toll of being married to a man who, in her words, didn't understand her needs. While she admitted to the affair, she framed it as a misstep in an otherwise difficult relationship. Kroy, on the other hand, took a quieter, more somber approach. While he did not make public statements about the affair, his body language spoke volumes. He had always been protective of Kim and their children, but after the divorce, he focused on rebuilding his life and his family. He had spent years supporting Kim's career and her public image, but this was a betrayal that would take time to heal. The media circus surrounding their split only intensified the emotional fallout. Fans of Dopey Tardy were left in shock, trying to reconcile the image of a happily ever after couple with the painful reality of their fractured marriage. Kim's affair had shattered more than just her marriage. It had shattered the illusion of the perfect family she had worked so hard to cultivate for the cameras. As Kim navigated the aftermath of her affair and divorce, her life was thrust into a new phase. She was now a single woman, free to explore the world without the weight of her marriage holding her back. Kroy, meanwhile, dedicated himself to his children, taking the high road in public and focusing on creating a stable environment for his family. Their divorce, while painful, ultimately became a defining moment for both Kim and Kroy. For Kim, it was a moment of self-realization, one that revealed her own vulnerabilities and imperfections. For Kroy, it was a painful but necessary step in reclaiming his life and moving forward without the woman he once thought would be his forever. In the end, Kim Zolciak's affair and the ensuing divorce from Kroy Biermann served as a stark reminder that even the most glamorous relationships can be shattered by secrets and betrayal. Their story, once the stuff of reality TV dreams, became a cautionary tale about love, trust, and the price of fame.